about migrant labor. It was about these folks walking back home, 2,000 kilometers, 3,000 kilometers in the middle of COVID. So that was a big factor in this election. This time around, is it as much of a potent factor? I don't know. And also there was a novelty around Tejasvi Yadav last time when he said, I'm the youth leader, I'm going to give you jobs, I'm this, I'm that. It appealed to a large cross-section, especially amongst young voters. Whereas this time around, does it not? There's also PK. All right, we've got the first.
Right, we've got the first set of numbers. So Zakas timed it perfectly, viewers. So let's quickly get a sense of the first set of numbers, and these are projections after phase one. So phase one projections, these are the mega exit poll numbers. Phase one projections, 60 to 70 seats in phase one. The NDA out of the 121 that went to the ballot, so they are running away. Phase 1 was the NDA's weakest in 2020. They actually made gains in phase 2 and 3. This time around, Bihar goes to polls in just 2 phases. The NDA alliance is 45 to 55. They had better numbers the last time around. Jan Suraj not opening its account, others not opening its account. So it's a two-way race so far as the first 121 seats is concerned. But if it is 60 to 70 seats for the NDA, are they already home? Are they already home before the stronger of the two phases manifests for the NDA? And if it's nearly 70% voter turnout, then is this a runaway? Is this a better performance? And we'll also try and see if this is because of the fact that within the NDA, the JDU turns a far better strike rate than the last time around. Is that the factor that's contributing to both the BJP, JDU, and of course the alliance partners in the NDA, the LJP, the HAM, all doing well? Did they come into play in phase 1? We'll have to wait and watch. These are the first set of numbers that we are putting out. 60 to 70 seats for the NDA, 45 to 55 for the INDIA. We have a party-wise breakup. We'll try and play that out also. What is the party-wise breakup as to which party is doing well within the first phases? We'll try and put that out also. So out of the 121 seats out of 243 in the first phase, the numbers at the News 18 mega exit poll say that the NDA will get 60 to 70 seats, the INDIA 45 to 55, so the 2 to 3 ratio somewhere is being maintained. And if it's a runaway and the higher end for the NDA and the lower end for the INDIA, that means the target of 160 that's been set could be breached by the time the 243 seats results come through. Now, if that happens, it will be a historic win and a historic election for the NDA at a time when the BJP centrally is seen at its weakest in the last 12 years, in the last 3 terms. And at a time when many thought that Nitish Babu does not have the magic, does he once again prove all his detractors and the political pundits wrong and come back stronger than ever before? At a time when the opposition said, ye thak gaye hain, ye so gaye hain, ye bimar hain. All these things were talked about Nitish Kumar, but is he sharp, is he alert, and does Bihar still echo or resonate with Nitish? Now, quickly, your thoughts, Rashid Kidwai. Is this possible in phase 1 last time around?
We have a breakup of the individual seats.
Yeah, we're just waiting for those numbers to come. We'll try and get those numbers here on the big screen.
Do you want to go through?
Yeah, you got the numbers, so let's take the conversation.
So the numbers of the individual parties, and this is the point that Rahul was also making. So the BJP in this phase is contesting 48 seats. The number for the BJP is 20 to 30. The JDU is contesting 57 seats. It's contesting more than the BJP, about 9 more than the BJP. The JDU's number is 35 to 45 out of 57. So the JDU strike rate is higher than that of the BJP. Smaller parties, again, Chirag Paswan, anywhere between 0 to 5 out of the 13 seats he's contesting. On the other side, opposition side, the RJD is fighting in 72 seats, of which it's projected to get 25 to 35 seats. The INC is fighting 24 seats. The Congress party is projected to get only 5 to 10 seats. All the left parties put together, CPI, CPM, CPI-ML, are fighting 14 seats together. They are expected to get anywhere... No, sorry, they're fighting 14 plus, I think about 25 seats between all of them. They are expected to get 10 seats. So, you're right about the point that you made, that the JDU strike rate could well end up becoming higher than that of the BJP. Of course, like I said, the JDU is contesting more seats in this case.
It's there at the bottom, that 35 to 45 seats for the JDU at the bottom of the screen.
The fact is, and please bear me out on this, that it appears that the LJP is actually having a knock-on effect on the alliance, and so is the HAM and the RLM specific, not the HAM, but the LJP and the other. Vote conversion for JDU seems to have helped the JDU quite a bit.
Maybe, but that's like, I don't have an answer to this question. See, I think if this number holds, then what we are seeing is that LJP and HAM are not performing as well as they were expected to perform. They did really well in Lok Sabha, where LJP actually won, I think, 7 out of 7 Lok Sabha seats or 5 out of 5 Lok Sabha seats. But at Vidhan Sabha level, they are not being able to pull up. This could be one that perhaps the Dalit voters stay with them, but they are not able to attract the upper caste or EBC, one of those two voters with them. And if you remember, like the JDU, like Nitish Kumar and Chirag Paswan, friendship is not there, right? So we don't know what might be happening.
So I did a round of calls after the first phase of polling, because everybody does a reporting meeting right after that, all parties. So I also did my rounds with people. And the first thing that was said, even from the BJP leadership, was that yes, JDU's strike rate is going to be as good as the BJP strike rate. The JDU said that the all NDA meetings that were done in the run-up to the polls has helped them, because they were really counting on this time around the LJP being on board, and that those 32 seats where they were hurt, they're planning to recover. Even if they recover 15 of them, they said we're pretty much home. But one important thing that your findings don't reflect is a lot of worry in the NDA camp about Prashant Kishore. There were at least 2 seats in Patna city that the NDA was worried about. Ki ye phas gayi hai.
But it's showing 0 though.
Yeah, but
zero seats.
Yeah, but their reporting, their assessment was that Prashant Kishore has managed to get, even in Patna, he has
They
managed
might not
to
get
get
seats,
some.
but they might get enough
The
votes to
damage.
damage
A certain
the
amount
chances.
of vote share. But in terms of the, we're seeing the party breakup at the bottom of the screen, viewers, and you can have a look at that. See, out of the 60 to 70 NDA seats, 20 to 30 to the BJP, 35 to 45 to the JDU, the LJP is 0 to 5. Now, the LJP factor, Chirag Paswan, overweightage of 29 seats, did he actually merit that? That's a question many people are asking. Last time he was the attack dog who was sent after or set after Nitish Kumar in phase 1 before they tried to soothe things down and calm things down, phase 2 and 3. That's when they said no, Nitish Babu and Chirag
The thing is,
backed off. But
Anand, the one factor that the BJP will probably be looking over its shoulder, I don't know, this is just phase 1. The JDU does well, obviously the dependency on the JDU increases. Let's not forget that even at the
but
center.
I think they're very clear this time that they don't mind the dependency.
I'm just saying that
election
it's
was
an
always
interesting...
about revolving around Nitish Kumar and JDU. If JDU, does well, then obviously there is no way that the alliance would not win. The ruling alliance would not win. But I find I'm not contesting the numbers of this survey. After all, we must remember this is an exit poll, and this is a kind of estimated projection. There is something is different. I mean, we are saying in Mahagathbandhan, how is that left is doing so well, in the sense that the strike rate is about 50%.
No, but the left did well last time around also.
50%.
The left did well last time. In fact, the left had as much seats as I think the Congress. They had 15 in all, and the Congress had 19.
Zakato, last time it was a very close election. This time it is become, what if we go by this, it's a one-sided election.
Well, yeah,
in that sense.
If the same trend holds, you're looking at 130 to 140.
Within the
Mahagathbandhan,
Mahagathbandhan, the left seems to be far more potent in its strike rate, and there's a reason why it was fighting and demanding more seats compared to the others, because of what it thought it was getting a sense on ground, that the left parties were gaining ground, and the hardcore left and communists were coming back and saying, grouping together rather than drifting towards the Congress or the RJD. They were ready in these pockets where the left is doing its work on ground.
No, the other thing that's a constant from last time, in fact, it's worse for the Congress party, is that their strike rate is going to be even worse than compared to 2020.
they have, in terms of ticket distribution, they have undergone a very big change from being, upper caste party
Completely
primarily
jettisoned
to
the upper class
It doesn't seem to be working. They're still at 5 to 10 out of the...
Look, I think it's better to wait till 14.
I'm just asking, for all the mahal that they tried to build, what is the purchase on ground if this is the impact on phase